Zapraszam na panel dyskusyjny przy kieliszku wódki, ognisku i jedzeniu.
Hi guys and welcome. Today I'm gonna show you a really nice operating system, this elementary OS, and let's start with it. This Linux, but first you need to download the file, and after you download the file, you need to put it on your flash drive using Rufus utility, and then you need to select this iOS ISO file with that elementary OS, and you need to choose between MBR and GPT. If you have a modern computer, you select GPT because GPT partition table is used for UEFI computers. If you have older computer with a legacy BIOS, you need to choose MBR. Sometimes even with a new computer, there's a problem to boot in a native UEFI mode, and then GPT will not work. So then you need to choose MBR when you create your bootable flash drive, and then you need to go to your UEFI setup and change boot mode from native UEFI to legacy BIOS. Then you connect your flash drive and you boot from a USB. After you boot from USB, you will see something like this. First option allows you to boot a live version of elementary OS. The second allows you to install permanently on your hard drive. And on your left hand side, you can choose language which you want. We'll choose English and try elementary. And then we need to wait for just a few seconds. It should be really fast because this is a really good computer. Okay. Okay, we have on the whole screen. I will check it. Yep, we have everything. And when you boot your computer, it will look exactly like this. As you can see, the design is really similar to macOS X, to macOS. The only difference is that there's no top bell here. You have application like on Linux, and you have few standard apps, web browser and partition editor, gBudget. Installation, so you can also install from here. You can change partition on your hard drive, as you can see, much larger. We have a 50 gigabyte free space. We can make a partition here. Yep. And it's mostly a lot of things we can do. Partition table is required before partition can be added. Create a new partition table, choose device, create partition table. Device, create partition table. Type. Apply, and we have partition table. And then we can make a partition. Linux ext4, because it's that's Linux. Add format to and we should mount it, and then apply. To wait for a second, complete it, and our partition is ready. Oh, sorry, not that one. Yeah. And if you want, you can install operating system on your disk. If not, you don't have to. Here you have a app center, so it's also a nice idea because you can use built-in option, because this operating system is compatible with Ubuntu Linux, so you can install all Ubuntu compatible apps. I know it looks really similar to macOS, but it's not compatible with macOS software. It's not compatible with macOS Intel-based software, and it's also not compatible with macOS M1 based software. I know you will tell me that Linux is based on Unix and macOS is also based on Unix, so Linux should be compatible with macOS Intel-based software. It should be, but it's not. Unfortunately, it goes far to another side, and Linux is not compatible with macOS and it doesn't work. But if you want some light operating system, maybe something for some older computers or with less performance, or some operating system which looks nice, maybe looks similar to macOS, but something for an older computer, and you want to use older computer only for web browser, because it's mostly only you can use web browser, Word, Excel, and things like that. Open Office and web browser. We can open web browser. You can install here even Chrome or Firefox, and everything should work. I will try to go to facebook.com. As you can see, everything works pretty well. But I think it's a good idea. It's not something for people who use your computer for Word, for video edition, for Photoshop, because it's only a light Linux version system to use old computers for something interesting. For other things, you need to use macOS or Windows 10, but as a free system for old computer for web browser, which looks pretty stylish, I think it's a really great idea. I'll try to install it on hard drive. So let's wait for a second. English, continue. English keyboard. At this moment, no. Wait. You can use encryption also. Install. Continue. Where are you? Berlin. User 1 2 3 4. User 1 2 3 4. Oh. Okay. And let's wait for a second until it will install on the hard drive. It takes a minute, but we'll see how it works. Yep, we need to wait for a second. As you can see, device is working. Here on the VirtualBox we see that the hard drive is working, so we are now only on virtual machine, but it will work exactly the same on your computer. I use virtual machine because that's the only option. I can emulate a computer and record what I'm doing. But let's wait for a second. No. Almost finished open files. Almost done. So just wait a second and we'll see how that elementary OS works. Because I'm pretty excited how it works. And let's just a second and do it Copy files. I can hear a fan in my computer, so something is going on the hard drive. Just wait a second. Okay. At this moment the speed should be the same because I'm using ISO file. I'm not using flash drive, I use ISO file, and it will be also on hard drive, so it will be the same, but on your computer it will be much faster when you install it, because flash drive is much slower than your hard drive, especially if you have NVMe hard drive, SSD NVMe. Restarting files. And it should work. Network start working here. Network and hard drive. So something is going on. Okay, let's do it. Let's wait a second. Configuration, creating user, target system, checking. Okay, whoa. It's much faster. And let's see how it will work. Hardware. Boot. Here you can see that's a common Linux system with grab boot mode. Let's load. Dynamic package or daemon package. Okay, come on. Show me what you can do. Here you have you can see CD, but that's our ISO file. Elementary OS. Checking, installing, and it should be done. Installation has finished. You can now continue testing elementary now, but until you reset the computer, any changes you will make or documents will not be saved. Continue testing. Now I'm going to remove our ISO file. I'm in pen drive for some mode, and I will reset that virtual machine. Reset. Yep, as you can see, everything is installed and works pretty well. And skip all, get started, and now we can work from our hard drive. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye!
I ty, cenzorze, co za wierszten, zapewne skażesz mnie na ciupę i żem się stał świntuchów hersztem.
Całujcie mnie wszyscy w dupę!